This week on NEC-TV, a major storm cancels classes and causes parking chaos on campus. Hear what NEC plans to do in the future to help students. And the Henniker Police Department is getting creative with AI technology and getting attention online. And if you haven't heard, the New England Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. But will they win? Hear what students have to say. All that and more coming up on NEC-TV. Watching NEC-TV, I'm Lauren Hall.
And I'm Jack Lombardo. Today is January 29th, 2026.
Now to our top story. The massive snowstorm that impacted most of the country hit Henniker this weekend, canceling classes at NEC and leaving students to dig out their cars.
It's one of the biggest snowstorms in years, and while some students say they appreciate the snow days, others say it was too much snow too fast. NEC-TV's Jack Cody has a story.
Bitter cold arrived in Henniker over the weekend, and so did the snow. Over a foot of powdery, glimmering snow covered NEC. Temperatures that included single digits made their way to Henniker Saturday morning. The snowfall began around 11:45 a.m. Sunday. Students braced themselves for these challenging conditions. Classes were canceled on Monday, and remote learning followed Tuesday. Dr. Matthew Ruckman tells NEC-TV that remote learning days revolve around communication.
I try to find the most worthwhile thing that you can do online, and we all got to be flexible because the weather's not something we can control, and safety is important.
Simon Grill and Gilmore Cafe operated on limited hours. On-campus parking was changed drastically. Isabella Burkhart recalls parking to be hectic.
I know a lot of students struggle with the back and forth of moving the cars.
As of this morning, cars can be moved back to the residential lots and campus operations have returned to normal. For NEC-TV, I'm Jack Cody.
Just when the snow cleanup ends from the last storm, we might be getting more snow after getting socked this weekend.
Let's go outside to NEC-TV's Soup Sabitsky for the latest weather update.
Hey guys, I couldn't resist the chance to show off the big snowstorm that we just had. Look at this snowbank, it's almost as tall as me. Okay, let's take a look at next week's weather. So this weekend, it's going to be in the single digits, around 1 and -2. And then next week, we're going to get up into the highs of 30s, like Tuesday's going to be 34, Wednesday's 33. And then we're going to drop back down colder than around to when it was the past week. And we're also keeping an eye on another snowstorm that we could be getting this weekend. Back to you guys at the desk.
For those trying to move their cars to allow for plowing. Drivers had to move to the Courier holding lot Saturday before the storm. In this photo, you can see students working together to help dig out those cars in deep snow. Several parents voiced concerns via the Parents and Family Facebook page, many saying they couldn't drive due to the amount of snow still in the parking lot. The next morning, NEC President Wayne Lesperance shared a statement with the families providing a plan for snow removal going forward. The plan includes early communication, providing shovels and tools, assistance with snow removal from campus safety, and oversight from the senior team during the storms.
The American Red Cross is facing a severe blood shortage after winter weather across the country forced widespread blood drive. Cancellations: the Red Cross hosting a blood drive on campus next week. It runs Wednesday, February 11th from 10 to 2:30 in the Great Room. Organizers say there are 22 open appointments. To the sign up, scan the QR code in your email.
A Henniker Police Department Facebook post warning drivers to avoid the roads during the storm is getting a lot of attention and showing that officers have a sense of humor. Henniker Police posted this AI image of a cruiser with a snowplow not long after Hillsborough Police made this fake video of a helicopter airlifting and stealing the cruiser. Finally, Henniker posted this so-called secret mission bringing the vehicle back to Henniker. None of the videos are real, but they do have hundreds of likes and comments.
Due to the snowstorm that we got this weekend, the Connections Fair has been moved to next week. Students are encouraged to attend to learn about the clubs on campus. The event will be held in the Simon Great Room on Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming up after the break, a vaccine clinic is coming to the campus. We'll teach you which vaccines are available and what you need to know to sign up.
Plus, the Patriots are heading back to the Super Bowl. How do NEC students feel about it? That story and more just ahead. Welcome back. NEC's Wellness Center is planning a vaccine clinic for next week.
Shaw's Pharmacy will be in the Simon Great Room on Tuesday, February 10th from 10 to 2 p.m. Flu meningitis B vaccines will be available to students, staff, and faculty, and the public.
This comes as the CDC reports New Hampshire has some of the highest flu rates in the country. Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in your email to sign up.
The Associated Press reports border Caesar Tom Hammond is in Minneapolis to support the immigration crackdown efforts. There are protests across the country that have intensified and 2 people have died being shot by ICE officials. Holman says the enforcement will be, quote, targeted and safer, and the administration is not surrendering its mission. He warns protesters could face consequences for interfering with federal officers. Tax season opened up on January 26th, and it runs until April 15th, 2026. Taxpayers can file electronically via the IRS website. For more information, visit irs.gov. According to the Associated Press, most taxpayers should be able to file their returns and receive the refunds without any delay.
According to the Associated Press, TikTok has agreed to settle a landmark social media lawsuit just before the trial was set to begin. TikTok is one of 4 companies accused of knowing their platforms are addicting and harming children. Snapchat's parent company, Snap Incorporated, settled for an undisclosed amount. Meta's Instagram and Google's YouTube are still scheduled to go to trial. Jury selection starts this week. The 68th Annual Grammy Awards is this Sunday, where some of the most well-known artists of the year are hoping to win on music's biggest night. According to Grammy.com, nominees include Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and Billie Eilish. The Grammys will be hosted by Trevor Noah and held at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The event will be streaming on Paramount Plus and live on CBS starting at 8.
On Sunday, the Patriots defeated the Denver Broncos in a tight game, only winning by 3 points. They will be heading to San Francisco to play the Seattle Seahawks for Super Bowl 60.
We spoke with NEC students and locals about their opinion on the Patriots returning to the biggest game of the season.
Who do you think is going to win, the Patriots or the Seahawks?
I got the Seahawks by like 7.
What's your prediction for the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be Pats 28, Seahawks 17.
I got the Seahawks. The defense is pretty nice this year.
All right, cool. And who do you think is going to win the game between the Patriots and the Seahawks?
Pats, come on.
How do you feel about the Patriots getting back to the Super Bowl?
Oh, it's great. You know, I don't know if they're going to win, though. They'll be there, but I don't know if they're going to win.
I hate to say it, but I think Seattle's going to win, but I'm rooting for the Patriots.
How do you feel about the Patriots getting back to the Super Bowl?
I feel like we belong there. I feel like it was about time. You know, don't ever doubt my Drake, man.
The game will be played on Sunday, February 8th.
Coming up on NEC-TV, we tell you what fun events are happening when NEC takes over the Peak and what you need to do to join in on the fun.
Plus, in this week's sports recap, we will teach you which athletes are in the Grims of the Week. Stick with us, we'll be right back.
30.
Will you slow down a little? It's okay. NEC Athletics is back from winter break, and so is the NEC-TV Sports Update. From the court to the slopes, let's take a look at the latest headlines. Junior Cameron Lewis of the women's basketball team picked up 2 weekly awards. Lewis was named GNAC Player of the Week along with Female Pilgrim of the Week. Lewis had a double-double in each game this week, leading her team to wins over Colby Sawyer and Mitchell College. The men's basketball team had a Player Pickup Weekly award of his own. Junior Mike Strazzeri averaged 18 points per game during the team's 1-1 week, including a career-high 24-point outing in the team's win over Colby Sawyer. It was a tough weekend for the hockey teams as they each faced conference opponents. The men's team dropped both games at home, falling 6-4 to Norwich Friday night and 3-0 on Saturday to Vermont State University Castleton. The women took a trip down Route 9 to face in-state rival Keene State College for both games this weekend. The Grims fell 3-1 on Friday night. Saturday night was a close back-and-forth game with the Owls, but it wasn't enough. The Grims lost 2-1 in overtime. The alpine ski season is officially here. The men and women's team each had one finisher in the slalom. The women's wrestling team split a tri-match with New Jersey City University and the University of Bridgeport, defeating Bridgeport but falling to NJCU. Men's wrestling competed in the 2026 Wildcat Open hosted by Johnson & Wales University on Saturday, where 2 athletes were able to pick up wins and move on to the quarterfinals. The Grims were set to compete on Sunday in the NUIA Conference Duels, but the meet was canceled due to the snow. That is all for this week's sports recap. Come back next week to see who picks up Pilgrim of the Week honors and all things NEC athletics.
A popular NEC tradition is happening in just a few short weeks.
NEC Takes Over the Peak is an annual event at Pat's Peak Ski Area. If you plan on skiing, snowboarding, or tubing, you must be registered for a free Pat's Peak Pass. The event has live music, free snowboard and ski rentals, free lessons, games, prizes, and food. The event is February 9th from 2 to 6 p.m. For more information, email osc@nec.edu. There are just 93 days until the class of 2026 will walk across the stage at this year's commencement ceremony. Graduates, don't forget to order your cap and gown via the link in your email. Orders must be placed by March 13th.
An announcement sent to seniors this week is warning that another local college is holding commencement on the same weekend, and hotel accommodations should be made as soon as possible.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at NEC.TV for the latest NEC news.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right here next week. From all things NEC, from the only Henniker on earth.